Clink on brewing. There we go. English.
Wait, on brewing or after brewing?
Be like, thanks
On.
for viewing. Just brewing. Brewing. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Just Brewing. You haven't seen my face before, but I'm Alicia, and I have the wonderful title of being this man's girlfriend. I lost a bet, so I'm brewing today, and we are brewing a golden, right? What's it called?
It is a golden strong ale called Goldie McGoldface.
Goldie McGoldface. All right, it's hot tub time for these grains, so we're gonna do a few little dunky dunks. Oh. I don't know what to say anymore. Alright, and these will sit in here for 60 minutes. Beautiful. Now we're just going to strain the grain to get the extra nutrients and fun good stuff out, and then we're going to return it to a boil. Very clear. Now that the wort's at a boil, it's time to add the sweet stuff. We got 1 pound of some candy syrup here that I'm going to be adding, as well as 10 pounds of the Pilsen Light, if I can lift that into the bucket. So now that we've added the candy syrup and the liquid malt extract, we're going to return it to a boil, very hot, and add the bittering hops, right? Half an ounce of the Styrian Golding and an ounce of the Sterling. Okay, so after adding the last round of hops, we're gonna bring the temperature down from about 180 to 80 degrees. So we're using this wort chiller here rather than ice, because it goes a little bit faster. You just hook it up to your water hose, water comes out this end, and we'll cheer the beer all the same. So this is too heavy for me, so Justin's gonna take over here. We're just gonna pour the finished brew pretty much into here, get it to 5 gallons, and then we're gonna put it in this. We're gonna put it in this bad boy carboy right here, so we can be able to see it fermenting and see it get it moving on. So we're gonna be filming it soon. So now that we have our finished wort, we're going to go ahead and add the yeast. We're actually doing liquid yeast this time. This is your first time doing liquid yeast, right?
This is my first time using liquid yeast. With a brew like this, it's going to need to be a bit stronger. We're expecting it to be around 9.2%.
My fave.
So we're going to need a couple packets of yeast to get that done. But this particular yeast works great with the temperature that I have these fermenting at. So from what I'm told, this should work really, really well. First time using liquid yeast. I think it's going well so far.
Our dog almost ate it, but we stopped him. All right, so now that the yeast is in, I'm going to go ahead and take out the funnel and put the stopper in.
Our bung and airlock.
What he said.
Hold on, let me get a little bit more sanitizer in it.
While we do that, we're also going to test the gravity. This is able to give us the ABV of the actual brew. The initial gravity that we're supposed to be taking is 1.083. So we're going to take this little hydrometer here, spin it in, let it do its thing, and see if we're on. Now, if this is on, once it starts the fermentation process, it'll start bubbling. You'll start seeing it here. And it looks like we are spot on with the gravity, so I'm really excited to see how this brew turns out. So what, this is a 1 week fermentation and add some stuff in another week?
Well, this one actually doesn't necessarily need secondary fermentation. We're not going to be adding anything into it later, so really we can just seal it, put it in one of our closets, let it sit for about 2 weeks, and then after that we can keg it and drink it a few days later.
Start to drink the Goldie McGoldface.
Goldie McGoldface.
Welcome back, guys. So we are now 17 days post brew day. We're ready to try our first impressions of the Goldie McGoldface. So at first glance here is a little bit darker than a typical golden that I've had in the past, but nevertheless it smells great, and I'm really excited for it. So
the recipe said it was going to be a pale golden color. It's a little darker than we expected, as Alicia mentioned. I think that might be just because of the 10 pounds of malt extract, which is a lot. So we didn't get a chance to take advantage of the full color of it, but nonetheless, it still looks like a really good beer. It's holding the carbonation really, really well. It's a little grassy on the nose, a little earthy. I'm not sure specifically where that's coming from, but it's a little almost like a, like when you smell something like lawn clippings, it's just that kind of aroma of that. I don't want to say, it's going to sound weird, but it smells like green. Does that make sense at all? You want to try it?
absolutely.
Let's do it.
It actually has a lot more sweetness than I was expecting it to. That was probably from the candy.
Yeah, the candy syrup. It was like a package of candy syrup that it's got some body to it. So like when you taste it, it kind of coats your tongue a bit, and then when it goes down the hatch, you get a bit of that sweet tingling sensation.
And that second smell too. I'm also getting that more sweet smell than grassy.
Definitely as it's on the way back around, as far as when you're smelling it off your breath and stuff like that.
But yeah, it's delicious.
Very malty
I would definitely
too.
have a few of these, even though it's supposed to be what, 8%?
8.5, yeah.
8.5, yeah.
8.5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So definitely have a couple of these around dinner time. Sounds like a good night to me.
Probably really good with something like a fish dish. Yeah, fish dish, something light. Yeah, this is really, really good. For sure, 2 or 3 beers on this and you're set for the night.
I'd say for my first beer, I did a pretty alright job.
I would say you did a great job. This is a really good beer. I don't know how long it's going to last on tap. We probably need to start brewing another one, honestly.
We'll get ready for Goldie McGoldface 2.0. I'm thinking like a basil or a thyme edition. So
yeah, another one of those grassy spices for sure will really top. Coriander, you said that earlier.
Coriander.
We had coriander in another one of our beers.
Yeah, the wit, the 512 wit.
Yeah.
I feel like that citra would really go well with citrus would really go well with the brew.
Any final thoughts on the beer?
After I finish this one, I'm gonna get another one.
No need to waste any time.
Well, that does it for this video, y'all. I really appreciate you guys letting me join you for this episode, and hopefully I'll be invited back in the future.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to know what this is all about, follow me on Instagram at just_brewing, where I'll be posting a little bit of teasers for what's coming next. If you like these shirts that we're wearing, you can get them from justbrewing.com/merch. All proceeds go to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation.
Thanks for viewing.
Just Brewing.
Good, it was good.
Cool.
Okay, you have like 7 takes now. You can choose one.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.